Hi, I'm Eleanor with all the drama from the nation's favourite shows. Valentine's Day is approaching and love is in the Albert Square air. But so is heartbreak. Just be careful who you decide to woo. Tyler ties himself in knots when Lucy lies that Fatboy's about to propose to Whit. Tyler plunges in and tells her he likes her, then realises it's a setup. Later, he sweeps her off her feet and kisses her. Whit is outraged, although also conflicted about her feelings, and she tells Fatboy exactly how she feels. It's a crushing blow to the lovable loon, and he heads around to confront Tyler. Fatboy thinks it's too late when he hears him with a girl. But is it? Alfie returns from visiting Charlie to find growing debts and tells Derek he's in when Del offers him in on a cheap booze scam. Michael warns him what Derek is capable of, and it's enough to terrify Alfie. But once you do a deal with him, it's a little harder to undo. Heather is shocked by Andrew's anger when she cancels a date to go out with Shirley. She goes after he calms down, but breaks her midnight curfew. She returns to the remains of a romantic dinner and an engagement ring. Hev is guilty as Andrew explains why he's so needy, and they plan their wedding. But Andrew gets annoyed when Shirley tries to take over the preparations and warns her once they're married, nothing or no one will come between them. Next, it's Corrie. I say, did anyone order a cad? You always know there's mischief ahead when Nigel Havers shows up with a glint in his eye. Except when Gail and Audrey go power walking on a new fitness regime and bump into Lewis Archer in a country pub, he swears he's a changed man. When last seen, Lewis had done a runner with $4 grand of Peter's money, but he seems very contrite. Is he about to redeem himself? Tommy turns amateur sleuth when he overhears Kirsty planning a lunch date with a guy called Nathan, and he and Tina regretfully tell Tyrone. Ty leaps to conclusions and accuses her of cheating, and then has to beg for forgiveness when he's wrong. So what does he do? Propose, of course. Meanwhile, Tommy plans a surprise 21st for Tina, intending to declare his feelings. But it all goes wrong when Jason is invited on their special night. Julie reveals to Brian she's pregnant. Awesome news! Except Brian's had a vasectomy. He's crushed and dumps her, leaving her in pieces. That's a bit rich considering his marital history. Finally, we're in the Dales. Being February the 14th, it's a nice touch when, after Moira agrees to a divorce, John does a complete U-turn and confesses he now doesn't. But any reconciliation will be slow as they're beset by awkwardness when they're alone together, so Adam and Holly arrange a hotel break for them. A lovely idea, but it soon turns into catastrophe when their Land Rover skids on ice and rolls over at speed. Declan and Katie find them and call emergency services as John desperately tries to save his wife. Suddenly, the car plunges into a ravine. Have they escaped? Adam, Hannah and Holly rush to the hospital, only to get some very bad news. Diane is growing worried about Andy's obsession with Debbie, and he ruins her romantic meal with Cameron when he bursts in and spoils the mood. Later, Andy confesses he has feelings for her, but she completely rejects him. Cameron, meanwhile, wonders what's going on and confronts his love rival. And Andy only goes and tells him he slept with Debbie.